lovely woman in the audience gave me chopsticks. Could you play with chopsticks, Ben?
I could play with chopsticks. I could play
Could you play chopsticks with chopsticks? The woman in the audience just happens to have chopsticks on.
This is a big test.
Here we go.
Okay. There you go.
Damn you and your talent! Exactly. Actually, now at this point, Jeff, I would like you to meet the pig that you will be racing.
Oh, okay.
In tonight's Rove LA Cup. You will be on Lucky Day. Here he is. His weight, Danny DeVito. His favourite TV show is The Amazing Race. That's a bit awkward. Achievements, he broke into James Van Der Beek's dressing room and ate his wallet. His nickname, Squeals on Wheels. 11-to-1 odds. Lucky Day. Now, Jeff, I, like many people, a huge fan of Survivor. And I'm sure I must have watched every season of the show. And do you find the contestants to be a bit, what's the word, freaky?
Some more than others, yes.
Well, I would like to point your attention to a person who was voted out a couple of weeks ago. And there was a moment where I wasn't quite sure what was going on as she was looking at you.
Awesome.
For those of you who haven't seen it, take a look at when this person was voted out.
Dawson, the trap has spoken.
Very, very well. Because she was just locked on.
I'll tell you.
And then she came at you.
Had there been a point of view camera from my, like, had I had a little GoPro on my head, up until the last second, she was coming for my lips. She was doing this. Don't move. This is how...
I won't.
This is how awkward it was. The whole time I'm getting ready to snuff her torch, and it's just usually they're looking back going, why are you guys doing... She's looking at me like you're looking at me, which is making me equally uncomfortable.
Just go with it. Just go with it. It's normal.
You do actually have a very symmetrical face, which I find attractive.
Thank you.
But she came right at me like this. And then at the last second, she moved, and I'm looking at her going, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And she hits me right here. And then she was...
I saw you back off. Just a second, but you did a good little turn. It was lucky. That was very lucky.
Well, first of all, I'm married. Secondly, they've been out there for a long time.
Yeah.
This is not an appealing moment happening.
Do you find that, do they latch onto you? Are you kind of their lifeline while they're out there?
It depends. Some, yes. Others don't like me at all. It's a slightly... Well, you know, it's a game that if you don't watch it... The thing about Survivor is if you don't watch it, you couldn't care any less about the show. And if you do watch it and you're loyal, you couldn't care anymore. You're either in or you're out.
Can I be very honest with you? I think I have a bromance growing with you. Is that a weird thing to say?
Is it because you just almost kissed?
Yeah.
Well,
did it go beyond that?
That kind of kicked it across the line. I have, I'm going to be very honest. I have bromances going all over the world right now.
How many do you have?
2.
Who's the other one?
There's a guy called John Campbell in New Zealand.
Okay.
Who's a current affairs journalist and just heaven. He's, they know. Trust me, they know. There's a guy in Australia called Larry Emder, but that's kind of a... No, but it's kind of like, I'll kind of have a bromance because I feel sorry for you kind of thing.
Okay.
He's weird, he knows.
It's a pity bromance.
Jeff Probst.
He's gonna stuff his torch.
Am I on the list?
Would you be my American bromance?
I will.
USA!
You know what's funny?
Wow, that was beautiful. That was great.
What's funny is that
I feel so giddy.
it's a mutually... You and George Clooney are my bromances.
Hey, what, you bromance slut? You can't be other bromance. Has he proposed to you?
No.
I keep it though. I'm not taking it back. Are you a camping kind of guy? Do you rough it? Like when you're doing Survivor.
My wife.
Did I just hear your wife
just
snicker?
laughed.
Yeah. Like if you're
You fly in from like the nearest 4 seasons for 3 seconds and
Yeah.
you chop her back out,
That
don't
is
you?
so not true,
If you
Vanderbilt.
don't,
gotta
I will
be.
lose all respect for you.
gotta be
We
it.
don't. There's no 4 seasons.
Oh, come on.
Four Seasons made out of bamboo, but it's a Four Seasons, right?
No, honestly, we've been intense as recently as like 3 years
When
ago.
you say we, you mean like...
The crew.
Really?
Yeah, we really have. It's sometimes we're in hotels.
I don't know, man.
No, Vanderbeek, I'm telling you.
I don't know, man.
Think about it. We're in a pretty remote, like we're in the Philippines right now.
Right.
We're on an island. It's like this. It's a spit of land in the middle of the ocean. There is nowhere to go. There's no local bar.
Other islands, aren't there?
Yeah,
Like
there's
good
other
tropical
empty islands.
Now, Ben, you've got kids. Do you camp as a dad? Are you one of those guys who roughs it, like doing family trips and things like that?
No, not really.
What
That
about like when you're on
surprises
tour and stuff? Like, you know, if you're traveling, hotel rooms, vans, like what's the longest you've ever gone without showering or anything like that?
Oh, well, that's a totally different story. I live on a bus, if that counts. You know, I sleep in a little pod. I travel with 12 other hairy men. It smells like feet and ass on that bus. It's nasty. It's a nasty, nasty life.
What's the smelliest you've ever been, James?
The smelliest I've ever been? Well, I'm not... I mean, I did stay in a 2-star hotel once.
Yuck.
And let me tell you, it was horrifying. I mean, there was no room service. I mean, the thread count had to be below 300 on the bed. It was, I don't know how people live like that.
I love this persona. I love it. This is awesome because the only time I've met this guy was at a Dodger charity. You won't remember me, but I remember you because you yanked 2 out of the stadium. We played at Dodger Stadium in a softball game.
That's funny.
And Vanderbeek gets up there and they had a modified fence. Boom! First one center field, second one center field, and then I think you made a catch. I think you robbed a guy of like
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Nice.
He's still pissed about it, too. He is, man. You look at the pictures, you can see... It's horrible, but Rob, like, he gets up there and he's like, you know, and he hits his ball and it's going out and you could see in his eyes, he's like watching his childhood dream come true of hitting a ball at a Dodger Stadium, and then idiot in left field jumps over and through the fence and catches the ball.
And who was that idiot?
That idiot might be me.
Yes. Nice. All right. Speaking of great sporting achievements still to come, we predict the Melbourne Cup winner and we find out why James Vanderbeek is such a jerk.